Garden City, Long Island, which way back when had a pizza like Rizzo's, little square slices, 20 slices to a tray. They used to sell hundreds of trays a day, yeah, like a factory. But years later, CyberLink came to them all. They were busy. And an interesting story with them. Went there for a job. I used to check out jobs in all different places all the time. Who was selling, who was buying, who's hiring, who's paying what, because you can't believe what you hear, so I used to go around and make my own inquiries. So there was a manager, I'm trying to think, that must have been in the late 70s, so I was really in my prime, really quick and good. So the guy asked me to make a pizza, and so I must have made maybe a dozen. So they were a little busy, and they had a fish on with the deck, but I was right at home. My first time operating with that, so no problem sliding them in and out of different shelves. Everything was fine. And then I went, and the place was surrounded by mirrors. CyberLink was famous for brass and mirrors, all that places. And I would go sit down, and imagine he wasn't too friendly. And I would go sit down with my wife. I said, you know, it's interesting. I says, he was saying a few different things, but he didn't even watch me make all those pizzas. And my wife educated me and instructed me. She said, he was watching you like a hawk. I said, well, how do you know that? She said, I'm surrounded by mirrors, and I was watching him bite like a hawk. So, that proved that he, sorry to say, wasn't very honest. I don't know whatever happened to him. But I didn't take the job. I wound up being happy where I was. Another place where I enjoyed working a little bit on Jamaica Avenue, extension, the beginning of Jericho Turnpike, in Belrose. Belrose is on the borderline by the Cross Island Parkway between Queens and Nassau County borderline. High-class pizza, Amadeo. He must have been in business 40 years or more. I don't know if he's still around or retired. But that's where Ciro worked for 7 or 8 years. Yeah, before he opened up Ciro's in Floral Park. So that's where he caught on to the oil method and old man Carlo recipe that a lot of those guys continue to use, like my friends George and Louie and Frank. We used to make the pizza sauce, was called a base. We'd cook tomatoes one day and bake pot, maybe a couple of cases at a time, 3 or 4 cases of the number 10 cans. Let that cool. And the next day, mix that with pizza sauce, and the one that you cooked was called a base. And that actually, one of the ingredients in that, believe it or not, was anchovies that went through a blender, and that was also in the sauce.
They get cooked first.
Yeah, that was served that way. So, but it didn't matter if you didn't like the anchovies; it was just for flavor, and nobody even really knew that it was in there. But it was part of the ingredients.
Did you taste it? Was there, Frank?
You couldn't taste it that it had anchovies in it. I guess it would be like putting a little bit of paste. You know, it's just like I grew up. I didn't like garlic, but I enjoy linguine with garlic and oil, white clam sauce. I enjoy garlic bread. I enjoy meatballs. So I enjoy so many things that have garlic, so I guess I shouldn't say that I don't like garlic. So it might be a certain ingredient that you don't like, but it works out fine. And I've seen guys over the years in the 60s just open a can of pizza sauce, a can of water, salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, stir it around. Tremendously successful. Everything was fine. I think one can of pizza, one number 10 can pizza sauce and 1 can of water, that might have made 20 or 25 pizzas. You know, one ladle at a time, one cooking at a time, 8 ounces. So we used to say a case was 100 pies. That's what we used to say. I haven't counted in 30 or 40 years, but I still believe that's about right. So.
You probably worked with a lot of pizza sauces, right?
Oh my God, so many. Yeah. I used to like polio cheese.
Is that any good anymore? I tried it lately and it wasn't too happy with it.
I just reading an article about that. It was 1899 they started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, polio.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I said in that last video too. Polio ricotta used to come in a metal can, 3-pound container with a rubber band on top with a piece of plastic and overstuffed. 99 cents a can from the supplier. Now I think it's about $10. So it was very simple and made a profit selling a small calzone, 75 cents. Too many guys around here in Pennsylvania getting $8 to $10 for a small calzone. I see beautiful calzone in New York, $6 and down. So I don't know why they charge so much here. I think it's a specialty or whatever. But I guess whatever the market will bear. But you know, you can't knock success. These guys got their own buildings and houses and real estate or whatever. So I still can't get used to it after 25 years. Sub, like Subway or Sub, Italian Sub or whatever. We called it a hero in New York. I mean, a meatball hero or a veal parmesan hero or whatever. You didn't even get that around here. I miss stuff like baked clams or the specialty pizzas that I see all over town. They're different in New York. Marinara pizza and, you know, just all different kinds. I'll have to bring back a few menus. And I'd like to dream and have a vision and bring these authentic New York display pies to Lancaster, to Pennsylvania. People might like it. It'd be the first Long Island pizzeria in Lancaster ever saw.
That'd be different.
Oh yeah, I think it would be successful. It would be like bringing an authentic New York bagel shop to town, which could be tremendously successful. Or maybe it's time for Italian bakery or whatever. A few people, I guess in their own way, tried different Jewish delis and all. We still don't have one of them. A couple of little ones we had, they didn't make it. But you have to be authentic, I guess. So, and it's got to be good, and you got to give the people the money's worth. But pizza, you can give them a big, beautiful slice like Noma does here at the stand. $2, there's no reason to give them you got a good quality, big slice. $2 and make plenty of profit on that, as long as you do volume. Yeah, so we hope to make a couple of pizzas. We'll say hello to Walter. Thank you for letting us use your camera. Hope to meet up with you one day in the spring. Talk to you a couple of times a week. Be looking out for my story in PMQ. Say hello to the PMQ staff. One day, if I get to Tennessee, I'll take a ride to Mississippi and perhaps meet some of the staff at PMQ. That would be nice too. I have that in my vision or my plans. Yeah. If it was meant to be and supposed to be, I guess I would think that would be the oldest member that a pizza team ever saw. But that would be nice too. Yeah.
Would you like to go on the pizza team?
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
They travel to
That's
Italy?
fine. Yeah, I don't plan on buying my way in or nothing like that. I want to be an honorary member. So we'll see. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said before, no need to self-boast or brag or anything, but some of these different world champions or whatever they call themselves or whatever, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. Needless to say, I did it before they were even born. And I know in my heart that I've actually opened up and made more pizzas than any one of them. There's no question about it. And got more ways and whatever. So, until this day at 61 years old, with the individual's dough, whoever wants to bring their own dough, as long as everything is up and legit, we'll make a few pizzas or half a dozen pizzas. I would challenge anyone, anywhere, with their dough. So no secrets, no tricks. Like I said in my original PMQ article, I don't dance or walk on no high wire or do acrobatics or none of that stuff. But as far as opening or tossing pizza or whatever, I can do that with the best of them. That's no problem. Yeah. Can't explain how many different doughs and techniques and stuff that I work with. There's always so much to learn. So, and always new pizza makers up and coming. Yeah. You got to be devoted. It's even the pizza stand. No more tell you it's can be 12 or 15 hours a day plus the prep work during the week. Yeah, it's very demanding. Yeah, so you have to be prepared and ready. So I stopped for 1 year, but I'm grateful to Mix where I got back into it for the past 9 months or whatever. I still work there once in a while. That's fine. If they need me 1 day or 3 days or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. As long as there's something. That's great. I enjoy working there. Good crew, nice food. They feed us good, close to home. So, once again, we thank Walter for this camera. We thank Noma for her time. And we thank God for letting all this happen. So, everybody have a great day and see you soon. And maybe we'll make a couple pizzas later. And I enjoyed putting that on YouTube about putting the pizza in the oven off the paddle backwards. That was good. Yeah. That's I guess that would be an old school trick. I've never seen anybody do it. I'm sure people that try it can do it. Yeah. Now I think the ticket is confidence. Yeah. Like my young friend said, you have to make sure then that through the flour, the air, everything has to be right, you know what I mean? Because even me, till this day, if you're not careful or you spill a little sauce or whatever, or some oil on the board or something, the pizza can stick. So, in the old days, if even the string didn't work, then you would, just one more thing, then you would take a pizza tray and put it right on top of the pizza. I think I showed this in one of the videos. Hold the pizza tray down, turn the peel over, so now the pizza is upside down with the flour side that goes on the peel is facing up, and then you dry the peel, a little more flour, then turn the pizza back around, and it should slide right off. So, I haven't seen nobody do that. I don't even know if they're aware to do that, but some just get frustrated and fold it up and throw it away. But I don't think you have to do that. That's their business, I guess. Sicilian pizza or pan pizza, which a lot of guys do. I like to put it in the pan, let it proof, cover it with saran wrap, a little oil, put saran wrap or whatever, and proof it, let it rise. At home, when I would make a pizza, I would do that sometimes, put it in the pan, a little oil, saran wrap, and I would go to bed. I'd just leave it on the counter all night long. Come back in the morning, nice and puffy, raised up. Then you just poke it a little bit with a fork, get the air pockets out, and then put a light coating of sauce on it, and you part bake it. A lot of guys are part baking the shells now, so somebody can have a square Sicilian pizza in 15 minutes rather than 30 or 40 minutes, which is a good idea. No sense making people wait too long. So, we've had a few nice Sicilian pizzas here. I enjoyed the Detroit style pizza, which I call Sicilian. I just read a nice article since March, Hello Pizza Today, March of 2014. They had a nice article on page 54 in that issue about Detroit pizza, a couple of different things. Anyway, Norma has it down pat. It's identical to what she makes. I think it's great, so I really enjoy it. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.